She's gonna laugh at me. My daughter's gonna laugh at me. Who is waiting? I'm surprised there's somebody waiting. Okay. Bear with me because I don't know what I'm doing. Are you hearing me? I am. Here it is. Making sure that you can hear me. Does this do comments? A YouTube Live, does it do comments? Yeah, you can. Okay. Anyway, I need to move this thing now. Okay. Now I need to turn my camera. There you go. And move my mail. I am going to be cutting a pattern today. Oh, my one audience is gone. Anyway, I think you can save these lives, right? I'm not sure, but I think you can. So, I'm going to be using this fabric and making, it feels so soft now. It usually doesn't, but this feels really soft. This is the fabric I'm using, but first I need to cut out the pattern. And where's my pattern? Good question. There it is. Simplicity 8505. That's the pattern I'm going to use. It says small, medium, and large. I need to check the envelope to see which side. I think I'll just go large. It'll be easier. I won't have to make any adjustments. It's a kaftan. I need it roomy. Pattern details. Okay. Ooh, this is more gorgeous than I thought. So B, which is the version that I'm making, this one, I need piece 5, piece number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It has pockets. I don't like pockets, so I usually skip the pocket section. But let's see how I feel, because this is just for like wearing it at home. So I think I need to put my camera up more and angle it down so you can see better. There you go. That's better. Okay, piece number 5, 6, 7, and 8. So unfortunately, I have to open everything to find the pieces I want. So I see piece 4 in here, so I know I need that. No, I don't need 4, I need 5. Maybe I'll start with the other section. Let's see what's here. It would be nice if they have A and B wrapped up in separate pieces. That would be nice. Okay, I see 8, 7. This is 6, or is it 9? It's 9. Okay, I think all my parts for B are here. So now I just start cutting out the pieces. Okay, like I said, I'm just gonna do size large. So I don't have to make any adjustments. Are you guys hearing me? Why can I not see the comments? Well, maybe there's no comments. Anyway. And I don't know where my little blade is. So I have to use my big rotary cutter. Okay, yes, you're hearing me. Thank you, because I'm not sure. I have to use my big rotary cutter. I like the little blade because it's easier when I'm going around corners. And yeah, it's just easier. So I just try to cut this out as fast as possible. I don't pay attention to notches. I really don't. And this is piece number 5. I just threw it on the floor. Then I continue. This says 5/8, so this will be joining to piece number 5 because it's so long, and I guess their paper is not that long, or the way they printed it, it's just easier. If this was a more fitted pattern, I would be measuring my pattern pieces to make sure it corresponds with my size. That's what I would do. I think I'm just going to do more of these live because it's so much easier than making a video while I'm doing it and then trying to edit that video to upload it to YouTube. I think it's just easier to do a live and then save it. Okay, piece number 8. So it's funny, I got up this morning and I decided I'm gonna make myself a new kaftan. And then on Facebook comes up Facebook memory saying 3 years ago I was wearing my first kaftan that I made. I'm like, how ironic, because that one is like ripped on the sides and stuff. And I prefer make something new than alter it. That's just me. I don't like alterations. I don't do alterations for anybody, not even myself. Maybe my kids would get alterations out of me, or my husband. But I prefer to make something new. Plus, I really want to get my stash down, my fabric stash. And the weather is getting nicer. Although there's still nowhere to go, I can go sit on my porch and look nice. No sense having the fabric stashed in a plastic container. That's piece 8. I think this is all the pieces on this. I don't think I have to open up the other set of paper pattern pieces. They were actually smart and they folded all the pieces for B together and all the pieces for A together, I think. So this is large, so this needs to cut. Let me see if I can show you that. It says large. Well, I'm doing size large, so you need to cut along this line and here. See, I started here, but that says small. Now, if you want, this is the facing, the back facing. So if you wanted like a deep facing like that, you could cut it like that and then just angle it into this line here, which is what I'm going to do. And it really wouldn't change anything except make a bigger facing that, in my opinion, in the end will sit nicer on your garments. Okay, so I think I have all my pattern pieces cut out. Michaeli, who is my daughter, can you pick up those that I threw down there, please? Let me make sure that I have all my pieces. So 6, 7, this is 9, and I need 5. Yep, this is everything. So can I have some tape too, please? It's in the drawer over there because I need to join these together. The drawer that says office, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so if you ever get a pattern that has pieces saying 5 and 5A, it means they're going together. What was I going to say? It could be 2 and 2A. It can be 3 and 3A. It could be whatever numbered the company decides. Question is, how do you join them? Well, you see these marks here, 1, 2, 3. They'll have little marks, and it'll also have the same markings on the other part. So all you got to do is make the marks match each other, one on top of the other. So you line them up like that, and then you just tape it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. I have my other weights here, but I don't know where they are. How do I see the comments again? Oh, there they are. Okay, now let me see. You have questions. Did you ever place the uncut pattern pieces? I did that, but I don't like cutting paper. Well, I can't say I don't like it. I don't like the both together. It just the paper never cuts right when I'm cutting fabric and paper together. I have tried it because I'm lazy. I want it done faster, but in the end, it doesn't really go faster. It just slows me down, in my opinion. So I find it easier to cut the paper pattern and then put it on top of my fabric and cut it out. Okay, so my pieces are joined. I also tape the back because then you'll have like this piece of paper flying around behind. So you just flip it over. See that? I don't like that. I just do that. I don't iron my pattern. Most of the times when I make something, I make it once. So I just cut the size that I am, and that's it. If it's something for my kids, then I cut their size at the time. Like I might cut it out using a tracing wheel and tracing paper. I would trace the size out on the fabric and then cut that. Or, to be honest, sometimes I just fold the line where I want to cut it. I fold it like that and I cut along the line um, on my fabric. I literally just do like that if that's the size that I need. And I just take my rotary cutter and I cut along on the fabric. That's what I do if I need a smaller size. I don't retrace pattern. I don't retrace onto another piece of paper. I don't. Okay, so these are not like exact, but it will work. Oops. Okay. So today I will be cutting this out, and I think tomorrow when I'm sewing it, I will come back on a live and sew it live with you guys if you guys want to see. So I think at that point I will put the pocket in so that you guys can see how I install a pocket. Okay, now I have all my pieces. Time to cut the fabric. And this is my fabric. It says, the pattern says I need 4 yards. This has 6. I try not to use the part of the fabric that has this on it because I hate trying to get that paper out no matter how much I try. It gives me trouble. I've seen different videos with using the iron and trying to get it out, and I hate the glue that stays on after. So um all right, so I need length, which is, where's the end of my fabric? Okay, it's a lot of fabric here. I'm probably gonna have to lift my camera and put the fabric under it because there's a lot of fabric here. And my camera is sitting right on the edge of my table, so McKaylee, can you lift my camera stand, please? Very ever so gently, not to make anybody dizzy. And let me slide the fabric. Thank you. You can put it back down on the fabric now. Okay. Now, let's see what this says. This is the front. This is very interesting. Cut 2. Am I cutting 2 on the fold, or am I cutting with a seam allowance? I think it has a seam allowance down the front. Let's refer to the pattern. Yes, it does. It does. There it is right there. Cut 2. Okay. So I always have to make sure with this fabric, because you can barely tell which is the right side and the wrong side. So I look at the words here on this side and how I can read it. That's how I know that it's the good side. So I'm gonna move this. You guys see my other project that I started and haven't finished yet because I'm waiting on a zipper. That's why I need a zipper for this project. So because I want to use the edge here, I flip my pattern over and I lay it down here. It doesn't really matter. I'm cutting one piece. I do not think I have enough. I don't have enough on the other, like the fabric is not wide enough for me to fold the fabric and cut both pieces at the same time, but I do need 2 pieces. So this is why I'm cutting here. And then I would mirror image that piece that I just cut out and cut the second piece. Now I just need to find my weights. That's what I'm looking for. I don't pin because it takes too long. These weights are really heavy and they keep it down. They keep everything down so I don't have to pin it and move it. I think I need to go down a little bit because it's too close to the top part. Okay. Alrighty. That's it. Like it's ready to cut. And I just roll through with my rotary cutter like usual. The thing with this fabric is I have to see about matching my pattern. That's what I have to do with the seam down the front. When I mirror image it, I need to pattern match it. So I probably should leave that edge there, not cut it off completely. Good thing I thought about it at first. Okay. This is, I'm trying to figure out what this is. I feel like this is the side. I don't really pay attention until it's time to sew stuff, honestly. Like, this is the center. This is the center. This is the side. So I have to pay attention to matching that point, not this point. Because Hannah doesn't read pattern instructions. She just goes with it and figures it out. Because I'm like, this kind of looks like where the arm goes through, and this is like the neckline. But there's some gathers going on here apparently. So that's what it is. So when I'm matching, I need to match here when I'm going to do that. I need to find a spot that matches like right here. If I was paying attention, I would match right down the middle here and make that the center seam. But too late. Okay. So that part is done. And let me see if you guys are seeing my... I'm just going to pin it on top here. Something is going to happen here, according to the pattern. It's going to be like this. Something. We'll see. I need to cut out the next part. I also need to mark and make sure that it is on the wrong side. Chalk. X. That's the wrong side. And now I need to put more fabric up there to cut the next part. It's this caftan is as long as my table, so I don't have like extra room. Maybe I should put my camera over here so you guys can see the whole thing. Let's see. Sorry for my arms, guys, but okay. That will give me room on my table. All right, part 2. Okay, so this is my right side. This is my right side. No, that is my wrong side. See? This is my wrong side. Now I need to flip it over. Now I need to double check which side I made the wrong side. I told you, this fabric always messes me up. I have sewn things that part of it is the wrong side and part of it is the right side. Like, it has messed me up. See, I feel like I wrote on the wrong side. I feel this is the right side. It looks shiny like that. I could never tell. Yes, this is the right side, but on this one, I think I marked the wrong side. So now I need to rewrite it again. And this time I'm going to write it with a different color chalk so I actually know that it's the right side or the wrong side, whichever you choose. Anyway, so now I need to match my pattern. Where is it? Where is it? So this is here. And I also have to take into consideration my seam allowance. You know, I really don't like where it's going to match. I hate it. I'm going to show you guys, and you guys tell me what you think. And if I have enough fabric, I will recut it because I don't like it. Right. This is where it's going to be matched. That's the match line. You know, you really can't tell. Yes, reading will slow me down. Yeah, but then sometimes you make mistakes. Like, and I am a perfectionist when it comes to my sewing. So right now, where this line is going to be, I know myself it's going to bother me. I feel like the line should be here. I feel like my match should have been here because that's the middle of this pattern. And the line is not, my center seam is not going to fall in the middle of this pattern. They said it looks fine. It's going to bother me. It's going to bother me. But where's the pattern again? I'm sure, like, when you put the pattern together, nobody's really going to notice that it's not down the center. There. Okay, I'm gonna stick with you guys. I'm gonna listen to you guys. They said it looks fine. McKaylee, do you think it looks fine? Where is it? I have to go down one because if I put it here, yes, there's supposed to be gathers. Um, there is gathers here. Yeah, so maybe, and look at hers. Like, they didn't even match the pattern. They put, um, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I know they didn't match that pattern. They just stick it together and made one giant pattern. Anyway, where is my back piece? Yeah, I need to go down one because if I cut it here, no, I don't need to go down one because this is flipping that way. That is not my match. This is my match. Okay, look at this. This is my match when I sew it together. And here's why it's going to be all the way over here, even though I only have this amount of fabric. Because remember, this is the right side, this is the right side. I need to flip it this way to cut it. That's what I need to remember. So I find my match. I put a little pin in, if I could find a pin right now. Kelly, can you pass my pins? Thank you. I put a pin in there. And then I flip it this way and line it up. And then I lay the pieces down flat and then I cut. That's how I get my match. And now you have the two good sides facing each other. Double check here. I'm sure there's an easy way to pattern match, but I don't know it. So this is the match here. There it is. Then when you flip it over, it looks completely weird because obviously that's not the match. Okay, let's do that again. That's my match. Yep, correct. I'm just going to pin it in place. Pattern matching in garment sewing is, in my opinion, more complicated than pattern matching in drapery. And I get mixed up with drapery pattern matching all the time when I'm cutting the fabric for the drapes, which is what I do at work. And every time I'm like second guessing myself. And so dressmaking is a little bit more complicated. Um, you seeing what I'm doing? Okay, this is my match. Oh, stick my finger. Ouchie. I don't think anybody's gonna tell that there's a seam down the front when I'm done. That's my match. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna pin it in place. Well, I'm not gonna pin it in place. I'm just gonna put little marks on the inside so I know exactly where my edge is going to line up to. So like here, maybe I should just do tailor's chalk. That's what I should do. Mark. Or I can just cut it and lay the two edges together. But I want to make sure it's correct before I cut it. Yeah, that's how I pattern match. Okay. Next time I do this in a plain fabric. That way, I don't have to worry about matching. What do you think? Okay. Pins. Okay, now I'm going to pin it in place because I don't want it to move. And, like, again, this caftan is loose. It's supposed to be roomy and comfy, so I don't worry too much about fit because there really isn't. It's not a close fitting garment. Seems to me the bigger it is, the better. All right, so I can take these out and flip it over and cut it. Okay, I'm going to move you guys back over here so that I can cut the whole thing out. I think next time I will use my tripod and focus it. Well, hopefully my tripod could hold my iPad, and then I won't have to move stuff all the time. Okay, so this is my pattern piece here. Make sure everything is flat. And cut. I'm going to start a little bit up because it's off my table a bit. I need to get all this excess fabric off. Scissors. Whoop! Dropped my weight. Thankfully, it wasn't on my toe. Okay, those are my fronts. My fronts that are matched. Okay. Hello, McKilly. Kelly, are you okay? I don't think my daughter is feeling well today. Okay, now I need to check the back piece before I go cutting anything else. So this is the piece that I just cut. Piece number 5 that somehow got tape on it. So I can pull this up and put it aside. And I never tried to refold it into the lines that are there because to me that's just impossible and a waste of my time. I just fold it so that it can fit back in the envelope. Okay, now piece 8. Hannah's going to pay attention to which is the center this time. Okay, center, back. It is not on the fold. So again, I have to do the same thing. And this has a zipper in it. So, oh, fun times with the matching here. I don't like that this is starting to look like I don't have enough fabric. Let's see. No, I have enough. At least I think so. Is it long enough? I know this is 6 yards, but it seems like I have to use that crappy piece of um the the one with the glue on it. The paper with the glue on it. And this is the wrong, this is the right side again. I don't know why it said we need 4 yards. Maybe I looked wrong. Maybe it's 4 yards if it was 60 inches wide. This is not 60 inches wide. Let's see. Let's see if I have enough. Guys, this is how I like legit, so I just wing it. Like, I don't check stuff. I'm like, oh, maybe I could use this fabric. And then when I can't use it, it's like, oh, I'll just use something else. Like, that's how I do it. You see? It's short. So now we got to see how we can wing it. When I say wing it, I'm going to see if I can do it like this. But then I won't be able to pattern match it. Woo! Imagine coming on a live and you don't have enough fabric for your project. That's funny. You guys just see the end pictures. You never see the craziness that goes on before that. So if this doesn't work, it should clearly is going to, but it's probably not going to match. And I could care less because it's in the back. It's like right there on the edge. Because I don't have enough length for another cut. And I'm not making it shorter. So, again, it's a large. It's clearly going to fit me. It has gathers. It's fine. That's why I tell people, like, don't panic. Like, it's literally just fabric. And it's fine. So, it's not going to match in the back when I put the zipper in. And that is fine. But it's like right on the edge. I'm literally just going to cut the length. Are you okay, McKelly? McKelly is my daughter. Maybe you saw her pass in my video. My baby daughter. She's not a baby anymore. It's like exact in width. But I couldn't do that with the front because the front was wider because of the gathers. I seriously don't have enough cable length for this thing. Okay. That would be for the facing and the pockets. I'm gonna pull it this way. Because if I can cut off selvage, I prefer to cut off selvage than the actual fabric. And then I'm just gonna slice it up this way. And that's it for my back. Back was easier than the front. Yeah, maybe it was 4 yards at 45 inches. I mean 60 inches. Maybe I need more. Plus there's pattern matching too, so. Okay, this is the bad side, according to the words. So, bad, bad. And that's it for the front and the back. And it's the back. I don't care that it doesn't match. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's gonna look like crap. It's not that off. What I could do is split the whole piece, the whole length that I had down the middle, cut one piece, and then when I go to cut the other piece, see if I can find a match there. But I find a lot of the Ankara doesn't match on the selvage. I don't know why, but that's what happens. So that's the back. And what's my next to cut? Pockets. I need 2. This is not the pocket. This is the front yoke. It has no pockets, guys. My bad. This look like a pocket. It's a front yoke. Do we have questions? I could bring my camera back now because I'm done with the long. Hi, baby daughter. Oh. Wallpaper. I've never hung wallpaper. Okay. This is this is for the front of the pattern here. This goes somewhere here. I think this goes like this. I'll figure it out. Anyway, it says cut 2. Cut 2. That's it. Like there's no facing. Maybe they're just turning and stitching. I think it's like this. I think this would be like the neckline. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. This is going to be the neckline. Okay. Let me see if I have a smaller piece of fabric. I think it's legit just that and this to cut the facing in the back. So 4 pieces. So let's see if I can get it this way because I don't want to turn it upside down and then one piece is the pattern is one way and the other piece the pattern is the other way. Let's see. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm legit like wanting to start to sew this now, but I will do it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow around the same time, I will come on and do a live. Okay, so this way. I'm gonna cut this off only because I want this line, I want to make sure it's falling on the same line there and up here. That way I know my um, pattern is straight. Your grain line. So 1, 2, blade. One time I cut this a pattern. You know what? I have it right on the edge. I cut a pattern and accidentally took one of the pieces that I cut, like this is the back piece. I accidentally took it and recut something. When I went to sew them together, like one side of the back piece was missing because I had cut facing out of it. I'm like, oh crap. I honestly thought this was a pocket piece, and it's not. So this I'm going to pin together just to make sure it doesn't get lost. And this piece is the back facing. That's it. Back facing and cut on. No, this is not on the full. This is not on the full. And it doesn't matter. I just cut it. I literally just do this. This is where I like my little blade because it's hard for the big blade to get around here. I leave a little extra on the end because just to have some body when I turn it in after I install my zipper. 'Cause this is the side where the zipper is going to go. So interfacing, it doesn't say, but I will be putting iron-on interfacing on this. To reinforce it to make it more sturdy. It's Ankara. It's pretty sturdy, but to me, once you wash it, after you wash it a couple of times, it will start to collapse. So that is it for today. I cut my pieces out. The front part is there. There it is. I know it looks weird, but it will come together. Tomorrow, I will come on about 11. I'll make a post. I'll put it on my Facebook page. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll put it, what's the other? I have two Facebook. I have like my personal Facebook and my sewing Facebook. My personal Facebook is all about the internet. Or does it cut you off after an hour? Huh? It's back? I don't know. So I hope it's back because I just lost connection for some reason. This pattern, I bought this like 2 years ago. It says 1970s vintage, but I don't, it's not an actual vintage pattern. Like somebody bought this for me in Joann's and shipped it here because I'm in Canada. We don't have simplicity in Canada. Um, we don't have Joann's in Canada. I absolutely love simplicity because, in my opinion, it fits me really well out of all the pattern companies. So when I saw this, I had a friend on Instagram buy a bunch of patterns for me. So I think this was like 2019 when she bought it. So yes, the style is considered vintage, but I think the pattern is current. So it's Simplicity 8505. Okay, so tomorrow I will come on, and while I'm sewing this, and you guys can see the steps of me sewing this pattern. Again, I will post it in my Facebook page, my personal page, my Facebook sewing page. I also have a Facebook sewing group and my Instagram. I will post the time and we can come on here and have fun again. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure and like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see if I can save it. This was my first YouTube live, so I don't know what I'm doing. Bear with me as I learn, and I will see if I can save this for the other people who are not able to watch live. Thank you again.